Once again, it is time to look at one of those 1/8 scale supercars. And for today's review, I have LEGO Technical Lamborghini Sian FKP 37 set from 2020. And I was able to get a fake version of this set on AliExpress for €37.30. As you can see, it is in a giant bag because this set is supposed to have 3,696 pieces. So let's open this bag. So what I have in front of me are two giant bags farther filled with smaller bags with all the parts, and here of course I also have the manual. The manual is a little bit bent, however that should be no problem for us. Do I see any stickers? On the first glance, no, but okay, right now I am going to assemble this set and then of course I will tell you all about it and we will judge it. So, see you in a bit. So, as you can see, Lamborghini Sian is complete. So, right now I will tell you what was my experience like when I was building this fake Lego set. And let's start by describing the manual, which in this case I am not a fan of. My first problem with this manual is the fact that it feels really chaotic. And by that I mean the images are quite small and they tend to put a lot of them on each and every page. However, they are not consistent with an order of steps and how they place them on the page. Good example is right here on page 30. First we have vertical image right here, then we have two steps like this, then we move to this place, then we go up, down, again here and here and here. And then we go downward. And I mean, that was kind of like messing with my brain, and I was constantly losing the place where I left after like I look at the parts and come back to the manual. And there were even a few places where I kind of like missed a step and had to come back and add pieces later because yeah, my brain just doesn't click with this layout. Another funny example of the problems I had with this manual is right here on page 14, where we have this one-to-one illustration in front of the step that we are actually doing over here. As you can see, the arrow points downwards to where we actually put the piece in, and is covered by this one-to-one illustration. And speaking of one-to-one illustrations, there were few places where I saw that they actually did not match. However, for the most part, they were like exactly the right size. And here is a good example of that. Like these two gears are supposed to be the same size. However, you can see that this illustration is definitely smaller. But at least I did not find any like large mistakes within the manual, and the good news also is the fact that the building step order actually follows the same stuff you can find on the LEGO Builders app, so you are not obligated to use this thing. Moving forward, I want to point out that included with the set we had this really cool tool. I mean, this is a good design because it also has this like a grip for actually pulling out some pieces, and yeah, this is a unique one. I did not have this shape before. And also we got quite few spare parts included with the set, and we did not really have any parts missing. However, I was forced to change out, for example, this piece right here. As you can see, it is like a tiny piece, and the problem with it is the fact that we have a plastic inside the hole over there, and I was just not able to get it out to actually use this part. And also you can see that with the spare parts over here I have this piece that is absolutely broken. However, I did not need it to replace it because this is kind of like a spare bit. But from here we can actually talk more about the quality that I had for the bricks in this set. And yeah, another thing that kind of bothered me is the fact that many parts were a little bit too loose, and mostly they were these pieces with the knob on one end and the cross beam on the other. And for that particular shape, I had the problem with the blue colored ones and also with the like beige sand color ones that are supposed to be a little bit looser. However, they are supposed to stick in with the crossbeam part quite firmly, and I had them falling out of the sockets, as you can probably see in the video that I'm showing you right now. Coming back to the blue ones, they weren't all too loose. However, there were decent amount of them that I had problem with. However, due to the points that they are used at, mostly that was no problem because they weren't like the only thing holding a brick in place, and therefore they were locked in place with the help of other like connection points. But still, there was at least one point right here where I did use my trusty plumber's tape for it to stay in place firmly. And also you can see, for example, up here, that this part, for example, is a little bit loose, but luckily for me it is not completely falling apart. Another type of loose parts I had in this set were the things that hold the balls in place next to the wheels. And again, I will show you a video where you can clearly see that they are not gripping the ball at all. Like, it can be removed from the socket without any problems. And again, luckily for us, there are other parts that kind of fix these parts in place. Therefore, that did not cause me troubles in the end. However, I found it kind of strange because I have never had that problem before. And another thing about the quality, not really the quality, but with the mistake that was made with the parts, is the fact that in one case they were supposed to give us 2 of these 4-dot long white beams. However, they actually gave us one that was 4 dots long and the other one that was 3 dots long. But again, luckily both of these parts work, because the only difference is that with the 4 dots one you would have a little bit of extra beam sticking out of the place where we were using them. However, the 3-dot long still holds in place absolutely fine. But also, talking about the bricks and the plastic, I can mention that some of them had some plastic leftovers on them. Yes, sometimes the holes were filled with a little bit of plastic, but the bricks themselves actually feel kind of nice. The plastic is quite soft, and therefore it wasn't too sharp and it wasn't like wearing on my fingers, which is nice. And also, I want to say that I did not find any connection points to be too hard to put together, and therefore the whole building process actually did not feel bad. It was actually quite pleasant build for me. So despite all the negative things I have been listing over here, I don't feel bad after finishing this set. For me, the experience still was quite pleasant. Next, I want to mention that this set does not include any stickers, and all the bricks that needed a little bit of extra graphics on them are printed, and the print quality actually is all over the place. Sometimes it is really nice, as you can see for this brick over here, or a good example is this plate where you can clearly read Lamborghini Sian on it and it looks good. However, there were other places, for example, like the caps on the wheels, where we have Lamborghini logo and it is really low resolution. You can barely see what it is meant to be. And another problem where the prints that go above the engine parts right here. The problem with these is that they were all supposed to be like in a silver color. However, in my case, I got one that is in a silver color and others are just white. I'm not sure how it looks on camera, but I will also include the image where you can clearly see that. So yes, in my opinion, the print quality actually is a little bit disappointing. But with all that said, I think we are ready to actually talk about the design of this thing and the job that has been done by LEGO company. And I'm gonna start by pointing out this little plate that I already showed you, and yeah, it just says Lamborghini Sian on it, and it is like a nice plate that you can display in front of the car, and there isn't much else to tell you about it. So that means we can actually talk about the car itself. First of all, the visuals, and I think visually this car looks really nice in my opinion. I actually like it more in the real life than I liked it in the images. The shape looks really nice, and I really like the color combination, like this really bright green together with black. Just it looks nice. This car of course also includes many moving parts in it. First of all, we do have suspension for it, and it works absolutely fine in my sets. Then this car also has the gearbox, and the gearbox also works without any problems. So that means the gears are molded correctly, and we can fully take the advantage of it by flicking the levers, therefore changing the speed of the pistons. And there is also, like it is with all of these 1/8 scale cars, there are these levers on both sides of the steering wheel that you can flick and therefore switch between other different gear positions inside the gearbox. We can also steer the front wheels, and they function perfectly fine, and they are connected to the steering wheel inside of the car, so we can actually use that for steering, although it is kind of hard to reach from my position right now. Moving forward, I want to point out that we can also open the doors for this car, and I think the design for the doors is actually pretty cool, because if we press down over here, as you can see, we can open the doors this way. And that is a cool feature. I don't know whether actually these points are made that way intentionally, but I surely use them as buttons to open the doors. And I think it looks really cool. Next, right in front of the passenger seat, we have another lever that I can pull up, and by doing that, the spoiler is coming up, and for me at least it gets a little bit stuck, although that being said, I'm not entirely sure how high up it's supposed to go, but I mean it kind of works in my case, so I think it's good enough. And you already saw that we can also remove this cover for the engine here on the back, and that kind of reveals a little bit more of an engine for this car, although that being said, we can't fully see the pistons, we can only see a little bit of them right there. But yes, the engine itself is actually crafted quite nicely. We have these pipes on both sides, and it just looks cool in my opinion. And from this view we can also see the suspension for the back wheels right here. As you can see, we have two springs on each side for each of the wheel. And finally we can also open up the front hood like this, and yeah, it has a nice hinge over here. It's quite sturdy, therefore the front hood keeps its position. Not much going on under the hood over here, except we have another printed block that says Sian and some sort of a long number on it. I think for the original LEGO set this number would be unique with each and every set, but in this fake set I assume it is always the same. Then inside we also have this bag. I don't know what is it with these 1/8 scale sets and bags. Yeah, why do they keep adding those with the sets? But yeah, it is here. And I mean, right now I will try to spin this car around to show it to you from all the angles. This is how it looks from the side. I mean, the side view is really nice, and as I said before, I think this car looks really good. I like how it looks from all the angles. This is what the back side looks like. We have really nice tail lights and the exhaust pipe down there, and then this is how it looks from the front. Once again, we have very cool lights and really cool shape for the front. And yeah, it is actually quite heavy. But that being said, With this car, I think I have to be a little bit careful when I pick it up, because there are points where I feel that the set is a little bit fragile. I haven't had any like parts coming off of it when I'm picking it up, but still I would recommend it like fully grabbing by the base instead of any other part. For example, I truly believe that I shouldn't be picking it up only by the roof. Yeah, I kind of can like put my hand in there and grab. There is like a little bit of a beam there that feels sturdy, but yeah, overall pick it up by the base. So with that said, I think I have told you everything that I wanted to say about my experience while I was building this set, and that means it is time for me to put my experience with this set into my fake Lego tier list. And this time I am going with the B with a really large minus on it. I was really thinking whether I will put it in the C or B tier this time, because I did have the problem with the loose parts with this set, but the experience overall was better than what I had with the McLaren P1 and Bugatti Chiron sets, and for those I gave the C tier, therefore I ranked this one a little bit higher. But in the end, for the price that I paid, I think I have myself a good deal over here. And with that said, I also believe that I have given you enough information to make up your own mind whether a set like this would be worth it for you. Just keep in mind that I can only comment on the experience that I had with the set that was sent to me, and we never know what exactly is going to be sent to us from AliExpress, because shopping on AliExpress when buying these fake Lego sets always feels like playing a lottery. And now I want to say a huge thank you for joining me today and watching this review. If you liked it, please leave a like, that helps out my channel a lot. Leave a comment what is your experience with buying fake Lego sets, and if you want to see more content like this where I look at these fake Lego sets, non-branded bricks and all sorts of other stuff I find on the internet, maybe subscribe to my channel. Huge thank you for watching one more time, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.